What is going on, traders? It is your market engineer. We are back in a different one. Not talking about Show Hyliion today. We're going to be going over Trne, the special acquisitions merger with Desktop Metals. If you haven't already, hit the thing, do the stuff, follow me on the socials. Obviously, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm an electrical engineer. And that's why we're here. Damn, I should have been a rapper. Accidental bars. But yeah, all jokes aside, we're here covering these kinds of positions because at the end of the day, like I said, I'm an electrical engineer. I live and breathe this stuff. I live and breathe tech. I love it. It's my career path. And I believe because of my past experience and knowledge, it gives me a different breadth, a different approach, a different understanding of how to analyze up and coming tech. And consequently, I love to do it. So you know the drill. There'll be timestamps in the down there for the impatient. Gonna go over a couple points as always. Gonna briefly go over what the company does, touch on the competition in the sector, and then lastly we'll go over the reasons I'm so bullish on them. Stay tuned to the end. A little spoiler alert, I talk about how I worked at a contract manufacturer that actually did an evaluation on this product, and let me tell you, man, seeing this thing in action firsthand and actually feeling the parts, it is impressive. So they have different entry levels. Maybe if you're getting one for your shop, machine shop, or if you're doing more of a production level, contract manufacturer, car manufacturer, just any industrial or manufacturing setting kind of falls right in line with the progression. It has become more and more commonplace that companies in those sectors, they use 3D printing, they use 3D modeling, proofing out enclosures. Is everything going to fit together nicely? But that is just the plastic side of it. That is not going to be good for something that needs to be very strong or a mechanical moving part. The ability to do rapid prototyping and to print something that is very close to something that you would have, die cut or made is invaluable. You have to understand, if you've looked up how much a die, look at this shit. Some of them are poured, injected, other ones are stamped. But look at this. These are tens of thousands of dollars, man. You don't want to make a bunch of these things. You want to get it right the first time, and that has been the beauty and the innovation that we've seen in 3D printing as it relates to just printing plastic parts. We do it all the time. We print enclosures, make sure everything's going to fit, make sure it looks good, and then you get the warm fuzzies, and then you can write that big check to have one of these things made. Because like I said, you don't want to make a lot of these things. You want to have it right the first time. And so that's why this company is huge. Rapid prototyping is a buzzword in the manufacturing sector. You're talking about saving a company time because of the speed and the reliability. And you're talking about saving money because, it's again, time saver. Time is money, and as well as actual money. Because like we just mentioned, you don't have to buy a bunch of these guys. Rev 2, 3, 4. Let's get it right the first time. So a little bit on the competition. There's 2 publicly traded companies that do 3D printing that I found. There's a lot of them that do 3D printing, but ones that actually touch in the metal sector are these guys right here, Proto Labs. They have a very big market cap, about 3.4 billion, and that is reflected in their share price. Keep in mind though, this company's been around for a while. They've been trading since like 2012, I believe. The other one is these guys, Triple D. A little bit more relatable market cap to ours. They got 563 million and we're about 450. So initially seeing a similar company, similar market cap, and their current trading price was a little bit alarming. But as I dug a little bit deeper on these guys, they have had a new CEO, CFO, like quarterly, it seems like. Tie that in with some bad earnings here or there, and just a change in leadership, and we've just been downtrending for the longest time. But keep in mind that company's been trading for years as well, and they aren't even publicly traded yet. So I'm not really concerned with that market cap. I think that'll shoot up a lot. So this chart is interesting. They basically call out the growth potential in this sector over the next decade, and I don't think that this is unreasonable. I've seen from the first firm I've worked at, they didn't have a 3D printer. Now, everywhere has a 3D printer. In the current firm I work at, we use a printer all the time. So I've seen the explosion and the practicality of using 3D printers for product development specifically. The other reason I like these guys is because the upside potential is huge and the downside just doesn't even really seem to be there. We're not far off from the $10 baseline Spac support level, I guess you could say. You always see Spacs trading in this level here around, 950 to 1050 until there's an announcement and then they pop up. So that's why I like these guys. Right now we're currently trading at 1113. What's the worst thing that could happen? The worst thing that can happen is it drops back down to, 950, $10. So the upside is there, the downside doesn't seem to be. And that makes me even more excited about this company. And ironically, one of the big reasons, and probably the worst reason why I like this company, is I kind of feel like I have a horse in the race. As I hinted at earlier in the video, one of the engineering firms I worked at in 2017, 2018, they had one of these things there, and I got to see it in person. I got to touch the parts. I wasn't one of the lead engineers doing the analysis or doing test reports on it or anything, but I had friends that were, and I was able to go into the lab and see its capabilities, the speed, how accurate and just how strong some of these parts were, and the how elaborate they could be. I mean, it is really cool, man. So me and this girl have a past, and I want to see her fly. I hope you enjoyed. Like the thing, do the stuff. I already said that. Catch you later.